Hey, did the timer run correctly on your guys' side?
Yep.
Yeah. Mine went from like 20 seconds to 30 seconds to 6 seconds to then nothing. I was like,
Okay.
yeah, all right. Welcome to Three Pagans on Tap, the 11th episode. So, if everybody notices, we have another person with us right over there. That's Finn Odinson, who is joining us. So I'm basically surrounded by Odinsons.
Mm-hmm.
A little disturbing.
It'll be all right.
You know, it's my birthday. I shouldn't have to deal with this, but it's also Finn's birthday, so he's joining us.
Yeah. Besides, you signed up for this.
Right?
Wait, huh?
39.
All right.
Wait, how old is he?
So, Saranth, I believe you got the prayer, right?
I do. All right. Spirits of fire that brings things to a boil, that brings water bubbling and brewing, that brings ingredients together in heat, melding, folding, and circling. Hail, spirits of fire. Hail, spirits of water. Clean, clear water. Hail to the spirits that contain, that bless, that nourish. Hail to the spirits of water. Hail the spirits of earth, oak, ash. You who contains, who brings together all these ingredients in your belly for brewing, for aging. Stone and earth and herb. Thank you. Hail the spirits of air that give life, that brings the carbon bubbles up from the depths of the brew. It allows things to breathe, to be. Hail to the holy ones who brought us all these gifts. Hail to the ancestors who reach from the past and show us the way forward. Hail to each of our holy ones who brought drink, its responsibility, and its merriment with them. Hail to you all and welcome. And happy birthday, Cara, Finn.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on in the comments. So thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, everybody.
I'm ancient. Finn's of a moderate age.
Somewhat.
You're 37. You're old.
Finn has a peanut gallery, so
Yeah.
if he's old, I'm ancient. So I turned 53, so
Nice.
I guess that makes me ancient. Which is probably good because I have the beard that makes me look like an ancient. So,
You know,
Just gonna say, could you do a room for us?
I was telling Malik and Finn earlier, I've gotten to the point where I like take off my readers and I hook them on my t-shirt. And then I run around the house wondering where they are because my beard's got long enough that I can't see them. Until I remember, I'm like, oh crap, that's right, they're underneath there.
Nice.
That's just
I can't wait. I can't wait.
some of that's beard, some of that's probably age.
Hey, you know, aging is a good thing. We like age on this show.
It's true. It's true.
No.
Who wants to go first? Anybody?
one of y'all. It's birthday.
Yeah, one of y'all's.
All right, Finn, you're not normally on this. You go first.
Well, all right then.
Huh?
All right. Well, normally everybody, when they think of Scotch, they think of it, you're going to drink it straight or add a little water to it. Tonight I want to do something a little bit different and kind of geared toward the cocktail sides of Scotches. And I've got 3 of them that I've decided to make. And fortunately for me, I've already got them kind of pre-made. The first one is a Scotch maple coffee. You take and do a cold brewed coffee, and I've already got it kind of pre-mixed up, so I'm going to add my ice to my glass here. And you put it in a shaker and then shake it. It's an ounce of Scotch and 4 ounces of cold brew coffee, a half ounce of maple syrup, and a ounce of cream of whatever your heavy cream or whatever of your choice. And, it kind of comes out.
Yeah.
Very nice. A Scotch tail. That's Charlie
Yep.
Bell.
And actually, that is really good. But then again, I love coffee too. So
That does sound pretty damn good.
And what kind
Actually,
of Scotch
I
did you have
used-
in there?
do what?
What kind of Scotch did you have in there?
Johnny Walker's Black Label 12-year.
Cool.
Oh shit!
Nice.
You're making the good stuff.
And the coffee, I actually use the Valhalla Java, the Odin's blend. So
Nice.
Seems appropriate.
very.
Now
and
I'm gonna have to start naming coffee after Norse gods now. To go
right.
along with my needs named after Norse gods.
Yeah. So, and even though I used the Odin's blend, and this lends it toward me, I get kind of the hell vibe from it. It's got that dark and then that light when you add the cream. And for me, she has actually been there in some pretty dark times, and this actually kind of is comforting for me. That's kind of where she was. So
That tracks. Yeah.
No, of course, it's cracking with Scotch written on the label.
no, I'm actually out of Kraken. So
That's a damn pity.
And the truth comes out.
yeah.
Oh.
All right, so I'm doing Dewar's White Label, which is, it says True Scotch on the front.
Which means it's from Scotland, and that's about all they can say.
Right. Yep. It is double aged for extra smoothness. But White Label's kind of their entry level.
Yeah.
This was my good, better, best thing that I try to do. So this was my good. Although, it's not aged for 5 seconds. So that was the one time I did 4, I had shitty, good, better, best. Well, definitely has the alcohol burn to it. This is it's just 40% alcohol. It's not bad. It's got a little bit of a oak tannin to it. It's not a bad Scotch. The fifth wasn't terribly expensive, or excuse me, the pint that I got wasn't terribly expensive. I think it was right around 10 or 12 bucks, something like that. Not terrible, not bad. It's tastes better than a $10 or $12 Scotch.
It's good. Good stuff.
You could go a lot worse, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you can. I'm gonna say 2.75 on the rating. A little bit better than average. I don't know. We're talking about, so everybody can chime in on this on the things, is we're talking about going more conversational and less kind of what we've been doing on this show with like telling what gods it is and giving ratings and going 1, 2, 3, 4, blah,
Yeah.
And making it more of a conversational thing. So those of you all who are listening over there and typing, tell us which you prefer, I guess, because we can stick with the way we've been doing it, but it seems like we've been leaning more conversational as we go.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because Malik rants a lot. That's not true. It's totally not true.
It really is.
I have to get my one hit on each Odinson tonight at some point.
Oh wow, Car's hitting on us tonight.
Well,
I mean, he's got to entertain himself somehow. Like,
right. Yep.
but he is easily entertained as well.
My gods.
And it's really hard for me to relate these to gods, mostly because I worship so few of them, that it makes it way more difficult for me. But Scuba says, we love the Malik rants.
thanks. I appreciate it.
So
They have a Patreon for
Oh.
rants now.
yeah. Malik has a Patreon now.
Yeah,
With the rants.
I did get the Patreon up and running, and
Fucking time.
oh my god.
And this is ode. The drunker you get, the more conversational you become anyways.
I mean,
I don't know if that's specifically aimed at me, but
it's fine.
so. And then Morgan said, I'm here for the rants and the recommendations.
It's like off-brand D&D. I love it.
Rants and recommendations. Pretty good.
Fuck your
All right.
alignment chart. We're all Scotch goblins tonight.
Speaking of recommendations, I can really recommend what I'm drinking, which the name isn't on the bottle, but the bottle art is really, really cool. This is
Whoa.
great.
That is awesome.
That looks like a Marlboro from Final Fantasy.
Kinda, yeah. It's this is the Peat Monster from Compass Box. And despite the name, it's actually not a monster at all. It's actually really delicate. Like the peat is very present, but it's not overpowering or overwhelming in any way. It's very light and well balanced and well done, I think.
That's too bad.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising because I don't dislike peat, but I'm not a huge fan. So I'm actually really impressed with this. I was like, oh, neat. That's actually right
I
up.
love Pete. So I would definitely want it to be there.
Well, yeah. You just want a monster in your mouth. That's all good, Car.
It's very true.
I haven't even really started drinking yet.
They've already started.
Can we wait until I'm not drinking? Like, actively?
No, you need to breathe that shit.
Aspirate it. Come on.
It'll clean out your sinuses, and it's cleansing, and it's good for you.
I don't think any of that's true, but you know.
Monster in your mouth. Anyway.
The description on this is a balancing act between the beautifully peaty, smoky aromas and flavors of classic Islay malts and subtly sweet, fruity notes. It's 46% alcohol by volume. It's a blended Scotch, not a single malt. Pretty much everything Compass Box does is a blended Scotch. But honestly, I'm a big fan of it, so more power to you. What does this remind me of? This is a Thor drink, which is interesting. So my relationship with Thor isn't super close. He's on my altar. We talk, but it's not super close. But this is a Thor drink. This is lightning and thunder. But yeah.
All right. So
I'm just here for the shenanigans. I mean,
Well,
and then conversational is fun, feels more organic.
yeah,
Convo style is fun, opens up interesting tangents.
mhm.
Gemma wanted us to know it's getting PG. Thanks, Sarenth.
You're welcome.
Melkor really willing to know, does it bog you down?
No, because it's light enough that it doesn't. Peat bog, yes, I get it.
one of the things that I learned over the last week, actually watching a few documentaries on Amazon Prime and Hulu, your blended scotches, they can still consider them single malt as long as the blends come from the same distiller.
Yep.
Interesting.
And then when you look at your bottle, like the Johnny Walker Black Label that says 12 year, That is actually the youngest whiskey in the bottle.
Yep,
Right.
that I knew. That I knew.
Good to know.
Yeah. Interesting.
Mommy.
Wow. Okay, Morgan.
More puns coming.
Only if it's in the field at midnight and there's a hound out.
God damn it. Speaking of Sarenth, I think you're up.
I like how goddamn it segues into my segment. Thanks. You lousy prick. All right. So I have Doers. Let me see it.
Oh.
You can see that. 12-year. Yeah, it's my autofocus on this camera is weird. It is a oak cask, aged 500 gold prize medal winning the Ancestor True Scotch, as it says. It's a blended Scotch whiskey. It's 40%, I believe.
Probably.
40% alcohol by volume. This is the one that I started the evening with for the prayers. And here we go. It does this really interesting thing where it kind of tickles your tongue as it goes down, and it settles in this nice burning sensation as it goes. Ironically, I'm wearing a Thor shirt, but this is definitely one that I feel more akin to Loki with. I'd say this is probably a 3.25 stars. I really dig its smoothness, but also it's got this bite to it. And yeah, it's a really solid drink. And it just makes me feel good.
There you go.
I'm surprised your shirt didn't burst into flames when you went, I think this is a Loki drink, when you're wearing a Thor shirt.
They get along fine most of the time.
Right.
It'll be all right.
I mean, honestly, like, just from a purely aesthetic point of view, I really like the metal top on this, and I love the stupid cork. I really dig that. It's a thing.
Hey, I mean, you know.
See, my Doers had the metal top, but no cork. It's all screw off.
You know.
It's the difference between, the cheap
At least
stuff.
you guys are fancier. My Clan McGregor's a plastic bottle.
Hey, one of the cheapest whiskeys I know is a plastic bottle called Old Crow. I love the stuff. But Doers, I mean, I like the bottle, and I bought my 3 scotches for tonight for basically about $60, and they're in what the hell is this thing? I can't recall what how big the container is.
I think are 375s.
You're correct. Yep, they're 375, which is for quality Scotch. That's cheap.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. Mine were all gifted to me, so I have no idea what they cost.
So Malik, I'm gonna throw you under the rant bus. Define the difference between whiskey, bourbon, and Scotch.
So whiskey is basically just liquor made from grain of some kind. But it's complicated. It depends who you ask and where you are in the world, what the laws define it as. Generally speaking, whiskey is something made from grains and then usually aged in oak barrels. Bourbons have specific definitions. Has to be made in the U.S., has to be at least 51% corn, and I believe has to be aged 3 years, although that I'm not 100% sure on.
Is it location specific?
Bourbon has to be made in the U.S. according to U.S. law.
Right, but is it in a specific? Is it Bourbon, Kentucky?
Doesn't have to be in Tennessee. Doesn't have to be in Kentucky. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was that way at one point, but that law changed. I think.
Yep.
I'm not sure.
Federal Trade Commission, suck it.
And so, despite what I think it's Jack Daniels says, There is no difference between Tennessee whiskey and bourbon. It's the same goddamn thing. But whatever. Scotch, by Scottish law, has to be made in Scotland. There are strict laws in Scotland about what can go into Scotch whiskey. I am not familiar enough to know what they are, but like they control what kind of grains you put in and stuff. Because there are certain things you can't put in. Because somebody tried to make a Scotch with all chocolate malt, which is not made with chocolate. It's just a roasting level of the malt, and basically the review board was like, "No, fuck you." So
this isn't Scotch.
Yeah, pretty much. It's supposed to be a really good whiskey. I haven't had it, but it's supposed to be good, and it's not Scotch because I forget what the name of the review board is. Said no. But yeah, and then you've got like Irish, which has to be made in Ireland, has similar laws to Scotland, but specific to Ireland.
But basically, they're all whiskeys. When it comes down to it, it's just where they're made and a few tweaks here or there.
Yeah.
Are they whiskeys with an E or are they whiskeys with a Y?
Doesn't matter except for blowhards who think it does.
Right.
I don't give a shit as long as I can drink it.
Exactly. But I do believe the bourbons have to be in a single-use barrel, though, by U.S. law.
It
Yes.
does have to be a new barrel, yes.
Yeah.
Interestingly, Japanese whiskey is generally speaking very, very, very similar to God damn that.
Thank you, Morgan.
That was pretty fucking funny. Japanese whiskey is usually almost identical to Scotch because they learned how to make whiskey from the Scotch. And then the other kind of big producer of whiskey worldwide is India, although Indian whiskeys tend to be really weird.
Yep.
Never had them.
Anyway, thanks for the semi-rant. It was kind of more explanation than rant. I really wanted rant, but that's okay. They're all the fucking
Get
same.
what you get and you don't throw a fit.
Just where they're made. But that's okay. Finn, you're up next.
Okay. Which one do I want to do?
I'm
a big fan of whiskey sours, so I made one with Scotch. And this one's just real simple. 1.5 ounces of Scotch and 3/4 ounce of lemon juice. That's a true sour.
Okay.
It'll make
Oh, that's sour.
Yeah. Without any simple syrup in there, that's going to be real sour.
Yep.
Yeah. But like I said, I'm a big fan of whiskey sours, and I wanted to make one, and I went this route because a friend of ours is a mixologist, and she said if you want a true sour, go this route. So
That's fair.
So it's actually not bad, but like I said, it's on the sour side. And I used that Clan McGregor in the plastic bottle, and it doesn't give you any age on it. It just says distilled and aged and blended in Scotland.
Yep.
It's a 40 proof or 40% alcohol. Yep. And it's just says a complex, sweet, and mellow flavor.
Whoops, hold on.
What I miss?
You know,
Well, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Easy there, killer. But yeah, I don't know who I would place this one with, just because it looks good, and then I'm gonna have to say it goes the Loki route, just because it's one of those that it'll play tricks with you. It looks sweet and innocent, and then says, "Hey, fuck you."
Your basket.
Melkor wants to know if all of you all take a shot at the same time, will you all do the head whip and sink?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past us. Like,
I whip my Thor back and forth. I whip my Thor.
I'm ready.
And Gemma didn't know that you could make Scotch tails So
yeah.
blowing Gemma's mind.
Yeah, that was one thing that I wanted to bring to the other side of it is just everybody likes and understands it, it, especially in American movies, it's always about, Scotch straight, and it's kind of the drink of choice when shit gets kind of hard in the American movies. But I wanted to show there's a side of it that most people don't realize with any blended whiskey, really.
Well, straight can be boring.
Well, but you got to drink it straight when there's motherfucking snakes on the motherfucking plane. So, Johnny Walker Black 12-year for me, straight.
Ooh.
So the funny thing is, this glass looks just like this glass.
Huh.
Oh, I was okay.
Looks just like this glass. I am in true using 3 different glasses for the different ones. They just all happen to look the same. Imagine that. Somebody in my household having 3 things that match.
In the morning, you're going to look at your wrist like that, and then you can go to one.
Much smoother than the Doers.
Makes sense.
Way more peaty, too.
Yeah.
It's definitely got some of that peat in it. And I really never been I don't know that I've ever tried Johnny Walker Black before because I'm kind of a creature of habit when I go out to drink. But that's really good. So I may have to switch up for some of this. Some of the times I go out, or, try to make it at some point. Who knows?
Yeah, you should do that.
Close to it. Not it.
Yeah. For legal purposes, Carr is not saying he's going to try to make Johnny Walker Black Label.
Correct. I thought I poured way too much of it, but I guess not. Although I may have poured too much of it to walk downstairs later. Who knows?
After enough alcohol, it's gliding.
I'll just float down the stairs. It'll be fine.
It's not the
you've
ball
dug in
that
your
hurts.
roof
It's that sudden stop at the end.
Right.
Sorry, my brain went in and not end.
Uh,
We're back to D&D again. Holy shit. Great. Unfortunately, it's like a whole fucking party of barbarians. We're not going to live long, but goddamn, we're going to have a great time.
I've actually DM'd for a group of entirely barbarians, and it was one of the best campaigns I ever had. Like, it was phenomenal.
this just became the geekiest podcast ever. Anyway,
I mean, horribly, but
that's okay. I mean, we did come up with an entire Viking-based role-playing game for Valhalla, so
Nice.
we just have to actually be open to play it. Come on, Governor. Open us back up Friday, please. But yeah, this was really, really good. I'm going to give this I want to leave room just in case, but 4. It's really, really good.
Cool.
good stuff.
And it does go really, really fast.
Yeah. The Johnny Walker Black is one of my favorites. Their blue label is real good as well.
Yeah.
Morgan said they'd watch us play drunk D&D.
I mean, maybe for a special episode at some point. Like
a one shot.
Yeah.
Is there anything else but drunk D&D? Not when I play with my kids.
Well, and I started playing D&D back in like 80 something or another. So early 80s. And yeah, I wasn't drinking back then. At 12, wasn't a big deal.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I was 7 years old. No, actually, scratch that. I was 5 when I started playing D&D.
Brian, who was on with us several episodes ago, said Drinking and Dragons instead of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm good for this.
On the chair.
So we're going to have a drunken master, a barbarian. Actually, screw it. You know what? If you people want to start suggesting shit,
Yeah.
for
Okay.
one-
Yeah.
We'll do it. We'll do an episode. We have Shan on.
yes,
Shan is one of the boss. I hope you're listening.
Stop that. We're gonna break.
Brain, why did you just lose everything you were thinking? Thanks for that.
So Vixen said that's when Hubby started. We still have the first books. I
That's
used
awesome.
to have a D&D book that was still photocopied from Gary Gygax.
Wow.
In one of my many thousands of moves. But yeah, I'm that old and was around long enough ago and went to cons and that kind of stuff to get it.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah, I wish I still had it.
That kind of hurts my little geeky heart.
All right.
Alec, you're up.
Yep. So this is the bottle art for Spice Tree. Wow, if I could work my camera.
It's not your camera, it's your hand.
Well,
Malik, this isn't an OnlyFans. You don't have to work the camera.
my next project. So this is the Spice Tree, also by Compass Box. So basically, I just got a little sampler book from Compass Box with 3 scotches inside. I think it was like $15 for 3 50 mils.
Nice.
So pretty fucking good. This is also 46% ABV. The description says this is a rich, intense malt whiskey with an underlying character of dried fruit, notes of baking spices, and accents of toasty oak, aged in custom casks. It smells almost bourbon-like, which is interesting. It's got kind of a brown sugar scent to it. It's much smoother than the Peat Monster because it doesn't have the peat, kicking your teeth in. But I gotta say their description is pretty spot on. It's got, complex malts on top, dried fruits, baking spices, and then you taste the oak and the char, and it's really tasty. Surprisingly sweet. Most scotches, in my experience, aren't very sweet. This isn't very sweet, but it's kind of sweet, which is pretty nice. Feeth, yes. Melkor, yes. I've been drinking. Shut up.
We didn't hail Dictinus, I'm just saying.
Okay, hail Dictinus.
Hail Dictinus.
It's not a show unless you've hailed Dick.
This isn't OnlyFans.
Too late.
Is that like a pagan OnlyFans? Is that where you cast a circle with the nearest dick, or what? Like, I summoned Stir and called me up. Helicopter.
My
I feel
mailman
like we've had this conversation before. On a Zoom call somewhere. I don't know.
We got a new mailman for some reason.
Scuba says, pretty sure Dictinus would approve of dick jokes, just saying.
Yeah, probably.
Melkor.
Summon pan no matter the spell used. Yeah, that's fair. And then Josie's something rod of power.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Nice.
I'd say this reminds me of Freya. This is a very Freya drink, which is nice.
Oh God.
That's you.
That's
All
you,
right.
Garrett.
All right. So up next is Glenn Livett, and continuing the theme of, oh my God, it's got little corks. Because I am really fucking easily entertained. Glenn Livett, 12-year single malt Scotch whiskey, and they've been making this since 1824, and I believe it's 40% as well. Sounds correct. It's a 375 mil. So let's have at this bad boy. Ooh. Damn. Smooth and fiery. Not in that scorched earth, but kind of a almost oaky peaty kind of way, you know. But it's still it's not like rough on the tongue. It's not coarse. It's just kind of comes down and says hello. Wow. And unlike the Dewar's, which like makes a fire in your belly, this is like a warm sensation as it goes down. I don't know. For me, that's part of the experience of drinking Scotch and whiskey that I really pay a good deal of attention to. Does it feel like there's a fire in my belly, or does it feel like somebody started a gentle candle flame, or is it a raging inferno? You know, I'm actually looking for that. So, yeah, this is really good. Say it's probably a 3.75. Reminds me of Sinmora. And for those who don't know who she is a Jotun goddess of fire, and is either said to be a hypostasis of Surt, or is Surt's wife. And I take the latter view.
As Finn dances in the background again.
Yes.
This one's terrible. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
So,
Well,
of course, waiting for the episode when we start drinking directly from the bottles.
You do not want to see me swig this shit.
Yeah, you don't want me to do that.
I'm drinking this one, so it's fine.
Steampunk said Sarenth is approaching sage level of tipsy already.
There's a question mark in there, and no, not. I mean, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, fine.
I'm not gonna lie. I
Water.
came off of a fast and haven't had anything. So yeah,
Oh, good.
yeah, I fucked up.
It's fine.
So Scuba says, apropos of nothing, Finn's eyes look like pitch black, and I keep getting reminded of Black-Eyed Kids and being mildly creeped out by it.
Well, actually, that is my natural eye color. So I have that told a lot. My eyes are such a dark brown that they're almost black.
I was gonna say I get that with you a lot. Like
I do have one eye that is actually the white pigmenting is not there in the sclera, so you're actually seeing my blood vessels in this eye.
Interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, so it freaks the people out a lot.
Okay.
Huh.
I had to drink more Scotch.
You know.
Melkor said, we have seen the two Odinsons who protested already smash a whole bottle of Kraken in one sitting.
I mean, it was really good.
It was fucking good. What do you want me to say?
I can't hardly drink Kraken anymore because I made a mistake once, and it was.
Oh no!
I know where this is going. I've been there,
Did
buddy.
you turn into a sprinkler?
I did. I also couldn't eat hot dogs for about 3 years after that. Real not great. It's fine.
Nice.
All right, Finn, I think you're up next.
Are they?
All right, we're going with a hot toddy. We all know what's in that.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
Sarah does it.
All right, Sarah.
I'm full of shit. I've made one on the show.
Yeah, but I made another one, but I used my Johnny Walker, and just because it's my last one, and yeah. But for those that don't know, it's honey, water, lemon juice, and I use a cinnamon stick to stir mine. But for some reason, I dropped it in there. Then it's been sitting since we started.
Mhm.
So
Oh, that ought to be interesting.
actually letting the cinnamon stick sit in there instead of just stirring it with it actually is really, really good.
Yeah. When I did my hot toddy, that's what I did.
Yeah. It's the only thing I didn't do is the lemon round sitting on top just because I didn't have lemons and I was too lazy to go to the store.
I'm not that goddamn fancy.
Yeah, me neither. So, but this is actually really good and it's smooth. And like I said, I use my Johnny Walker And when you're gonna make Scotch tails, your blended is the best way to go because you get an array of different, flavors from your blends. But I could actually drink on this all day. It's like I said, because you're dropping everything down with the lemon juice and the water, so it's not that kick you in the teeth, up front, real alcohol-y.
Now, Finn, it's properly pronounced Feeth.
No, I said what I said. But anyway, but with this Scotch tail, it kind of, because we always go for it when we're congested or not feeling well, so it lends itself toward more being like to air. So that's kind of where I went with this one.
That makes sense.
And
air,
she's
for those
like
who
that.
don't know.
Yeah, she's that motherly figure that I get like when my mom would take care of me because she was a nurse. So I always kind of associated her with those two together, unlike my father, who's a jackass.
Yeah.
Do you
Did I say that loud?
explain who air is?
Yeah, she is the goddess of healing and health for us in North. Yes, child.
Mama's sick.
Okay, good for him. But I always invoke her when when medical issues arise. That's kind of where I have her at.
Makes sense.
Positions.
All right. So for my last one of the night, I'm doing Monkey Shoulder. And this is by William Grant and Sons distillery in Scotland. They've been around since the 1800s. It's 43% alcohol. Monkey Shoulder has only been available in the States maybe the last 10 years or so. And the name Monkey Shoulder is actually for lack of a better way of saying it, just a kind of malters issue. So for throwing malt into the grain bill, they end up screwing up the shoulder, and they just nicknamed it the Monkey Shoulder.
It's like tennis elbow.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. It's basically like tendonitis and arthritis in the one shoulder that they would use to fucking shovel malt.
So the good news is this is a fifth, and it wasn't terribly expensive. It is batch 27. You will find out that all Monkey Shoulder says batch 27 on it, and that's because it's 27 different kinds that they have blended together.
Yeah.
So from many years.
Yep. Monkey Shoulders generally, like, if you ask most like whiskey connoisseurs for the best blended Scotch, like budget blended Scotch, they'll probably tell you Monkey Shoulder is their kind of go-to.
Yep. So this has like some orange notes, some vanilla, a little bit of spices in it. It's not peaty at all.
It probably
It's
doesn't have
super
peat.
tasty. Huh?
I said it probably doesn't have any peat in it.
It probably doesn't, yeah. But it is super, super tasty. Gosh, I'm trying to think. Oh, and Sarenth, you'll enjoy this. Hold on, I'm going to pull the cork on this.
Oh, listen to that.
That's a really neat symbol, though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the cork's got 3 monkeys on top of each other etched into it.
Oh,
that's pretty neat.
Nice.
Yep. So since you're into corks, I just wanted to add a little bit extra cork to your day.
I appreciate you corking me.
What's the matter, Malik?
I didn't get any cork. That's what's the matter.
That's what happens when you get 50 ml bottles.
I'll give you some cork later.
Yes, Jen, your name was invoked. We're commandeering you on the show when we do an episode where we play D&D or some other tabletop
role-playing game. Yep. Yes, and that'll be definitely a longer episode. We're not going to pull that off in an hour.
No.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So what may have to do that on other than a Tuesday.
Yeah, no, that'll have to be a weekend because
Yeah. Yep. Oh no, we're being doomed here too.
Well, you'll get over it. Shan. Like, what do you want from me? Shan's gonna murder my character. I play in one of Shan's campaigns. He's gonna murder my character. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you're dead.
Yeah, it's fine.
Fixin says Dungeons and Drunks.
You know,
like this.
a lot of systems have like specifically like classes and stuff that are like Way of the Drunken Master or whatever.
I was referencing that earlier. Yep.
Yep, that'd be good.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, if you've been listening and paying attention to the chat on the side when people brought it up there too.
Well,
You know,
I'm not paying attention. I don't pay attention to people.
I'm too
you're
poor. I
right,
can't pay
goddammit.
attention.
All
So
right.
anyway, to rate this one, because that's where I'm at on this, it's probably a 4.5.
Nice.
It's not
That's pretty
perfect.
good for you.
But it's a really good Scotch. So I can't complain. That's
Very
what I
nice.
wanted for my birthday, and I got it.
Very good.
I'm glad you got what you wanted for your birthday.
Yep.
Happy birthday, Carr.
Happy birthday, Finn.
Thank you. I'm not drunk. I swear.
If you have to swear you're not drunk. Oh, jeez.
Uh-huh.
Melkor, it'll be like a drunken divination, but with dice.
Sorry, I don't even get to use a dice bag before the gods take it. So
Not
there's a
likely.
story for people who've never come to the 2 p.m. chat. So my wife crochets, and this poor woman has crocheted me like 3 fucking what were supposed to be dice bags. The spirits went, yoink, that looks great. Thanks.
Now hold
And-
runes.
It'll hold runes, it'll hold herbs, it'll hold other shit than dice. So she finally made this last one for me, and actually, let me grab it really quick. She said I can't use it for.
Earth breaking shit.
Yep.
Here it is. So she said I cannot use this, cannot use this for anything other than dice. But
I don't think there's dice in there.
All right, look, asshole. My wife would kill me if there was not dice in here.
Okay.
Yay.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. Look how pretty it is.
It really is pretty.
Which one?
It's a pretty sack.
You want to look it? I thought Ben from that.
And it's blue.
Again, this isn't the OnlyFans, guys. Come on. Everybody just.
Too late.
Phew.
So, yeah.
It's a good thing we're marked explicit, right?
Huh?
So it's a good thing we're marked explicit, right?
Yes, we are definitely market explicit.
I mean, we kind of got there with the whole we're drinking on air thing, but
Right. Yeah.
A little bit.
Shan said 1 dice set. Blasphemy.
Ew, fuck off. It's
All
true,
right.
And I didn't even put my D6 brick in there.
So Malik, your last one.
Yep. So this is the story of the Spaniard. Jesus, I cannot.
The story of the Spaniard Jesus?
The story of the Spaniard. Jesus, I cannot work my
So
camera.
that would be Jesus,
I
right?
read it. I don't think he was from Spain.
Not quite.
No, it was a Borgia, right?
Full and soft. Full
And then
soft.
Dad would probably eat the
To a
rest.
base of malt whiskeys aged in Spanish wine casks with flavors of citrus peel and ripe red fruits. And Melkor, just for you, I'm drinking this one right out of the bottle.
Oh, there we go.
Well, you know, you've been.
Whoa. It didn't all go down.
Yeah, come on now.
I didn't say I was shooting the whole thing. This is a good whiskey.
You know what?
Come on.
It's a 50 ml bottle. Just drink
Drink
it.
it all.
Chug.
All of it. I got 2 of them, fucker.
It's our birthday. You need to do it for Finn and I.
Exactly.
I don't love y'all that much.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that hurts. That really hurts. Now I'm gonna go cry.
So anyway, as I was saying,
Wow. God damn.
it's the problem when you leave me in charge.
Honestly, the only reason I'm not like trying to chug it is because it's a very thin neck bottle, so it's hard to actually drink straight out of.
Sissy.
Any excuse will do.
It's really good though. I'd say that's the best of the three. Just by hair, I kind of like the Spice Tree a lot too. Like I liked all of them, but the Spice Tree, I would say honestly, it's Peat Monster, then Spice Tree, then the Spaniard. Spaniard being the best. This is an Odin storyteller drink.
Odin and Saga, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty good. Pretty fucking good, yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that leaves me.
It does indeed.
Well, this does leave a smile on my face.
Okay, an Oreo sandwich.
So,
What?
this is Glenfiddich 12 year. Single malt Scotch, 40%.
Glenn Livett, Glenn Fittich. You're just into the Glens.
No shit.
I have a weakness for Glens.
You.
All right. You're right, Steampunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's that fire.
My mouth is.
It's not Inferno. It's not.
I'll be on the couch.
Car's having too much fun.
No, Finn turned sideways. I didn't do it.
Oh,
Weird. So, yeah, it's got that rich amber, almost honey taste. This is a whiskey, or excuse me, whiskey, Scotch I could write poetry with. I don't know. I'm leaning toward Bragi, but I'm also leaning toward Othin as Inspirer. But yeah, this is definitely this is a poetry drink. This is definitely one that I could just go, okay, yeah, this is good.
Well, it's a good thing you have it since you do poems fairly often.
So, for those who have been badgering and harassing me, yes, I am finally offering workshops. Yes,
fucking time.
finally offering instruction.
about fucking time.
And yes, they're going to cost, and here's why. Because I'm doing these workshops and this instruction in what spare time I'm not at work with. And yeah.
Yep.
It has taken me 14 years of being a heathen and teaching for most of that to bring this stuff together. So
You should charge for it,
yeah, I know.
which is why we all pushed you to do it.
Yeah.
So the polls are up. So what you guys want to learn, go on there and tell me what you want to learn, and then sign up because the actual tiers are live now. Well, it's funny you mentioned that. Can you pop up Vixen's point?
Nope, hold on. Shit, there we go.
There you go. So it's funny you mentioned that. I actually sat down. I was talking with Kai and some of the other folks from Sanctuary, and one of the things that they pointed out was I do need to make a living wage. So I said, fine, sat down and looked at how much I actually make an hour, and I had to ask myself, well, if I was paying me to go to work, what would I be charging? And that's what's on the Patreon now. The new tiers are all live. Also, I've signed up for Malik's tiers, and I think legit they should raise their prices. Also, I think I should go and sign up for their Patreon. Raise your prices, motherfucker.
It's fun where it is. For now. It's fine where it is.
All right, next drunk divination. You need to ask that question, Malik.
No. And for Steampunk, how long did my Patreon take? Well, I first got yelled at about it like maybe 2 months ago, so not that long.
Horse shit. More like 6 months.
Took you long enough, though.
6 months ago.
We've all been screaming at you for at least that long.
It's fine.
Don't you roll your eyes at me.
I do what I want. You're not my real dad.
That's right. Odin's your daddy.
All right, before this devolves too far.
Too late.
Let's see, I
That
guess
devolved
we
like
should
in the
all
first
tell
minute when you had all three of us on here.
what we
Right.
are, who we are, and what we do.
I'm drunk.
For those of you all who may be watching who have no clue. So, obviously, by the name underneath me, it's Karna Dagda, and I am one of the hosts of the Three Pagans and a Cat podcast that is on all of your wonderful podcast things everywhere. And if you want to know more about us, you can just Google us, the number 3, Pagans and a Cat, and you'll find pages and pages of shit that we do. And we have a Patreon for that. We also have a Patreon for Three Pagans on Tap. So feel free to search both of those on Patreon and sign up where you feel so led, if you feel so led.
Mm-hmm.
Finn, tell us about you. Malik, tell us about you.
All right, you can find me on TikTok, Instagram, and well, you know what? Fuck you, Car.
Finn may
I'm
be lagging a little
bad
bit.
again.
No.
Oh yeah, Finn is lagging pretty bad.
Yeah.
That or just
Yeah,
reacting
but
as
yeah, you
normal
can
time.
find me on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, all under the same name.
Finn Odinson.
With 2 S's on all of them?
Yeah.
Stop asking him questions and then muting him. That's not very good.
I didn't mute him. He muted himself. It wasn't me. All right, Malik, tell us where the people can find you.
Gotcha. So you can find me at my blog, malik.home.blog, maleck.home.blog. You can also find me on TikTok at Malik Odinson. You can find me here, which let me read off our patrons real quick. So at the taster level, we have Melkor and Josie. At the half pint, we have Emily Hall. And at the pint level, we have Ganessa, Lauren Faithful, and Charles Houses.
Howison.
Housen. There we go. I'm an idiot. Don't mind me. I can read.
You're just drunk.
I mean, that's fine. Yeah, you can also find me at Patreon /Malik Odinson. And I'm offering services where you can request me to rant about a subject on my blog. Also, divination, guided meditations, and at the highest level, one-on-one, basically consultation and guided meditation work, whatever. Honestly, at that level, kind of just whatever you need once a month. So yeah, that's where you can find me. Sarenth.
Yes. All right. So I am a co-host of Around Grandfather Fire, which is a podcast that explores spirituality, paganism, shamanism, and animism, polytheism, and all the other related stuff. We also talk about geeky ephemera. We have a hiatus right now, but we are coming back in Saturday, I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah, our 3rd season is going to be kicking off then. So join us. We also have a Discord. You can find our podcast pretty much wherever you find the rest of your podcasts. Just search for Around Grandfather Fire. You can also go to anchor.fm /Around Grandfather Fire. The other things that I'm involved with besides here, I have a blog, sarenth.wordpress.com. And that is hooked into my Patreon, which I just talked about earlier. You can find that at patreon.com/SARENTHODINSSON. So if you want to support me there. Support the show. Please share us. Help mention us. Like this show. Help us climb in the social media brackets, because that is how more people will find this show. And if you find us entertaining, well, damn it, share and share like.
Yep.
And share responsibly.
So, Scubus, I would not say that it's Finn's birthday.
That's okay. I will. Fuck you, Finn.
That's the way I got it on, though.
I appreciate it. I was waiting for it.
Right? Like, he looks forward to it, Car. Jesus.
I actually do, because where my keys hang every morning, I see that every morning.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Good.
So when do the Odinsons plan on adding the Green Odinson to the group? And will they be able to summon the Gerazord when you do?
Yes, we will. I don't know when. Also, what are our colors, y'all? Like,
Oh, yeah.
who's what?
No, I'm not getting in this. Nope.
Yeah, I'm not touching that one.
So Sarenth has to be the Gold Odinson,
Oh, God.
right?
They figure. Like, honestly, like, I'm just curious.
I'm making it up as I go.
That's
What
fair.
it comes down to.
That's fair enough.
I'm going to have to go Malik, because you're on here all the time. You're going to have to be the Red Odinson.
That's fair.
And Finn, I guess you're going to have to be the white one, which eventually turned into Sarenth, and you can kind of see that happening, I guess, to some extent. But anyway.
I'm actually okay with that.
Oh, God.
You should.
Oh,
Elf's gonna
I'm
reach
just-
that green
my
color.
brain.
Why are you
went to
shaking
bad
your head,
places.
Terrence? Why are you shaking your head?
I'm going to bad places with this forming the Megazord thing.
When don't you go to bad places, though? Honestly, like,
Pull up Shan's quote. That's great.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I don't want that responsibility.
You shouldn't have tried to become me. Here's the rune bag. Bye, fucker.
Hold on, Amanda.
we all are wearing black. All four of us are wearing black today.
Yep. But Finn can be the
Hey,
pink
but look,
one.
I got Odin on my shirt, so fuck all of you.
Mine just says wake up.
Nice.
I don't want to.
And the green one is obviously Absinthe Odinson.
Yeah.
Kai?
But
No.
see, the green one was my favorite. And then he turned into the white good guy. Fucker.
Sorry. And I'm going back to the original, like
Oh, my Lord.
the first one.
Right? That I haven't watched anything past Mighty Morphin. So that's where I'm at.
I actually just started watching the brand new one that's on Netflix.
Is it good?
It is. It's different, but it's good. Yes.
Okay, I might watch it.
Yep. There's 2 seasons.
But mites
of it
are really
now.
small and growing a chicken's ass. I'm just saying.
All right. So we're at an hour, and we're starting to talk about stupid shit.
You wanted this conversational. You wanted this.
This is your fault, Car.
Wow. All
We've
right.
actually started transitioning out of doing the stars, because I don't even think I gave mine a star rating.
I didn't give any mine star
Oh
rating.
yeah, we're already transitioning into the new format. Enjoy, folks. just remember, you all asked for this.
Right?
Too bad the sword's always missing. Fuck you.
It's a thing.
All right.
Power up the power spear.
All right. So some
man.
of you all are going to go hang out on Discord.
Yes, I will be
I
there.
probably am not, but thank you.
I might.
And I will be there on the next one. But this
All
one,
right.
I'm going to go hang out with my family.
Happy birthday. Take care.
Thanks.
I will see you all online in a
Thank
little
you.
bit.
All right. Bye, Sickle.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.